What's up, YouTube? First time ever doing one of these videos, and I think this would have been super helpful for me had it actually been out there, but I read all the reviews, did a ton of research when trying to find the cheapest pipe bender out there, and of course everyone's looked at the Harbor Freight $99 12-ton bender, I guess pipe bender. I'll show you in just a second. But what I needed was to bend some aluminum tubing or pipe. I really wasn't too picky. I thought tubing, essentially trying to build a surf rack for my camper van. So just in reading countless reviews, forums, etc., two things. Everyone said first that the bender is, or yeah, I guess the pipe bender, or the kinker as they call it, is absolute garbage. It doesn't work. And two, aluminum just in general is hard to bend. And then what I had easiest access to was a 6061 T6, and countless forums, reviews, just about everywhere. I really just over researched it, which is not surprising because it happens all the time. But everyone said it won't bend unless you anneal it, and that's new for me. I didn't really feel like messing with it, but I'm here to tell you and show you at least what worked for me to take aluminum pipe. It's not tube, but what I needed is, I wasn't too picky. It's got a pretty hefty wall on it, makes it pretty easy to TIG weld. I'm kind of learning to TIG weld too, so I'll show you how to take 6061 1-inch aluminum pipe, and you can put a bend in it, and it's pretty clean. Here's a quick example. I'll show you that. You can kind of see it. I mean, it's not really kinked. You got it bit a little bit right here from the die, but that should be able to buff out. But I mean, it's worked out really well. You kind of do need to I guess grind or sand off a little bit of the die. But I'm just here to hopefully share some good news. I was really hoping to find one of these videos out there, but couldn't. So I've been putting off this project for about 2 years now. So hopefully this is helpful to somebody out there. Hit me up in the comments. Like I said, this is my first one. I don't know, I guess the username will be Dude at Scarrett. So find me on Instagram. There's also Tidewater Van Life if anyone's interested in turning transit vans or camper vans into sprinters. It was another DIY, so follow me on Instagram. It's mostly where I hang out, so I'll be glad to help. Any questions, just let me know. I'll walk you guys through the process here in just a minute. Thanks. Alright guys, so the first thing you'll want to do is to take your piece of pipe. Mine's cut 24 inches, and I read everywhere, well, besides that it won't bend, it will essentially crack without annealing it. I haven't heated it or done anything. Just cut it to length. First, you just duct tape the ends, or at least one end of it, and I read that you need to fill it with sand. Maybe kitty litter will work. So I tried to buy some sand. Of course, it rained all day when I went to Home Depot. Bags were soaked, so it was just gonna be hard to get that sand down in there. So I ran over to Walmart and got some kitty litter. So we're dog people, but essentially just fill it pretty full with kitty litter. Harbor Freight definitely helps with the funnel. And so once you get it filled up, go ahead and just duct tape the ends. Doesn't have to be anything too crazy. And like I said, it's just 1-inch diameter pipe, and just mark the center on it. That'll help just with lining up in the die. This is a 24-inch piece. There's our 12-inch center line. So I'll take it over to the bender, see what she does. So this is my first time, like I said, actually gonna make a tutorial video for YouTube. And so first outtake, none of that actually recorded. I was probably talking for like 5 minutes. So I already got this bend started, so it's already in there. Like I said, it's just aluminum, and a lot of people were complaining about it was hard to kind of measure your angle, your bend while it was in in the bender, which I mean makes sense because you got your rollers right here, your pipe sits under it. So the first couple I had, I think it was like a Craig angle finder, so I kind of like hold it up to it and kind of eyeball it. So I got it pretty close. Of course, what I'm working with now is one end of my rail is going to be a true 90, the other is like 87. So 90 wasn't bad. I figured another idea for Harbor Freight. Pretty much everything's Harbor Freight because I'm on a budget. But yeah, so Harbor Freight, if you're looking to sponsor anyone, hit up Dude It's Garrett. Shameless plug. I just figured I'd buy their little $5 magnetic base angle finder. And I mean, it actually worked pretty well for the last bend I just did that I didn't catch on video. So I just kind of hold it off to the side here. I don't know if you guys see that. And then just kind of follow it along. There is a little bit of spring back to it. I think it's somewhere between like, I don't know, 2 to 4 degrees. So the last bend I did, obviously you're doing half. So I brought it to about 46 to 48 degrees. I don't remember which exactly one for it to spring back to get the true 90 when it was all said and done. So right now I'm about 20. So I'll keep cranking this one. This one only needs to go to 87-ish degrees. So we'll probably stop this at about, we'll pump it probably to a full 45 to account for the spring back. Might go to like 44, I don't know, and then check it. But I mean, it works well. So it mars the pipe a little bit. But then again, I'm using aluminum. And just to be clear, it's not tube. I know there's a ton of modifications on how to use this with a tube bender. So my particular case, I didn't need tube. I could use pipe. So in fact, we're getting pretty close now. We're still about 35-ish degrees. So I just kind of hold the angle finder here since it's got a magnetic base, but of course aluminum is not magnetic. So it makes everything just a tick more challenging. So it's about 41-ish degrees. Come over here and just double check the other side. Make sure nothing's going too crazy. Let's see. Yeah, we're at about 40 and a half, 41. Give it a couple more pumps. So let's see. I mean, it's really easy to use the jack, and it's not too difficult. Let's see. We're at about 44 there on that side. We'll check the other side. Where are we at? Yeah, we're about 44. I get a little heavier bend on this right hand side. That's about 45 right there. So I'm gonna take this out and or at least release the tension on it to see kind of what the spring back's gonna be for it. Let's see. Alright, that brings me to, at least on this side, about a 41. Let's see what the other side looks like. That puts me... Oh yeah, with the duct tape too, you kind of got to smash against the pipe or you get a false reading. That gives me about a 41. So I think I need a little bit more to go. So I won't bore you with kind of... I mean, there is a little bit of back and forth with this, especially I'm kind of a noob. So as far as trying to get it right, but I'll post the next one with hopefully finished product. So good news, it's pretty close to a match. One kind of tricky part is getting this actually out of the die. You can see right there, I didn't post it before, but there's my center line, and then I used a grinding wheel, or little, I don't know what you call them, whiz wheels, with the little roll lock pads to really clean up the inside of the die. I'll show you that after I pop this thing out of here, but I did put a little white line right there to help line up the marks. So yeah, next, I don't have my vise here, so it's not pretty, but it works. But I'll show you the next step on how to get it out, and then we'll see the finished product. So this will be another outtake, like I said. First video I've ever put, or tutorial, I guess. I have a little tripod with a Bluetooth remote that is clearly not doing anything, so I just talked again for about 5 minutes and it didn't work. So I tried to show you guys the process, but it was in there like so, and essentially just set it up here because I don't have my vise, and I took a wood block, hit, and then flipped it over and it popped out. But let me show you guys the end product. You can kind of see, I mean, it scratched up a little bit, but I mean, definitely nothing looks structurally wrong with it. So I'm just using it to be able to put a surf rack for stand-up paddle boards and surfboards on the side of my van, so I don't have to climb like 10 feet up. I'm kind of lazy. So, but yeah, I mean, you can kind of see, I mean, I put a bend in it, and it's right about 87 degrees, kind of where I needed it, 88 degrees. So, yeah, I mean, $100 for the bender, and I think the angle gauge, this little guy here, was all of like $5. So, I mean, worked so far. I hope you guys enjoy. In fact, here, I'll take you over. Please excuse my shop that I'm working at. It's just a total mess right now. Oh, if you guys have one of these, AHP, TIG 201. A lot of videos trying to learn how to TIG weld. Like everything else, YouTube makes it look a lot easier. But, I mean, the bender worked out, so a lot of people say it didn't work. In fact, I gotta go around this way. Oh boy. Sorry for smashing you guys all around. But I'll show you the finished product, at least so far. So here it is here. There's the kitty litter. I mean, this was all done with the $99 bender and a $2 bag of kitty litter to show you guys. So this one, like I said, I mean, this one, you can still see, and this was probably, I think this was my first bend right here that I actually did. So, and I mean, I haven't kinked one yet. If anything, I overbent one. So that was kind of the drag there. And then if you guys want to see some really terrible TIG welds, I'll entertain you guys with those too. So it's kind of been one of those projects where all the information's been learned via YouTube, but essentially took my first one there, and then I think this one turned out decent, but yeah, you can see that one. And then I didn't have long enough pipe. We don't want to talk about what happened there, but yeah, here's the second bend. So I haven't even cleaned this one up yet, but I mean, turned out pretty good. Hardest part I've learned so far is trying to take a piece of pipe and weld it to a flat bar, essentially as a mounting plate. So, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. So I'll post the final product on, I guess on YouTube. But like I said, I'm on Instagram. That's where I mostly check, and my username, dude, it's Garrett, and then my camper van is Tidewater Van Life. So if anyone out there has questions, if you're interested in building a van, or questions on the bender, or even TIG welding, I can't do much with TIG welding. I can tell you what not to do. But yeah, be happy to answer any questions, and hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this was helpful. So I was looking for a video like this, and just trying to just help somebody out. So hope y'all enjoy.